Welcome to Cult Fiction. We've got the Running Man and the Rip on the block today. We're going to jump straight into it. We're going to start talking about the Running Man, which platform is it on? Is it on Peacock?
Paramount.
Paramount
Paramount.
Plus,
It's on
yeah.
Am I
Paramount
am I
Plus.
doing am I doing clues tonight, by the way?
And that I
I
was
think you
actually
would
going
be,
to
yeah.
ask,
Yeah.
is it your turn to do
Yeah, I
clues?
think it's my turn.
Is it your turn? Do you want to take a quick pause and dig up your
No,
notes?
I know what movie I want to do, just my clues suck. So whatever.
That's all right.
Well,
I
it's like
trust
we
you,
all
man.
think like clues suck. Honestly, I've noticed. Like, I always think like, oh, they're gonna get this on the first try. It's like, nah.
Right.
Yeah.
So so
So unless
uh
your clue is like, I'll be back.
so
Yeah, you should be
yeah,
all
So
right.
the first clue has to be like a pretty generalized clue, right?
it generally
So
yeah, I think the motif we've been going for is like the first clue is something that if you had like a wild guess, you might be able to get it,
Right.
but then like looking back on it, it comes more obvious. The second and the third clues are kind of like
okay.
meta, right?
Like when you
I'm,
did
I'm
Gladiator, was it you that did Gladiator,
Yeah,
Theodore?
Joe did
and,
Gladiator.
Like
and I
wheat,
yeah,
wheat at the time was like, what the
Mm,
fuck? But now that you know it's Gladiator, you're like, fucking
makes
wheat. It's
sense.
almost it's like one of the most famous scenes from the movie, you
Sure,
know.
sure.
So that makes more sense.
I
But
trust you, Bueller.
it would
I
still be a first
appreciate
or
that.
second clue.
It's also Bueller's birthday today. Happy birthday,
Right.
sir.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no.
What
Happy
are,
birthday,
what are you
buddy.
like? You're like 40 now? How old are you?
Yeah. People at work think I'm 50 already. So
What's wrong with that?
I just I just
Welcome to the
I just got a
club.
haircut yesterday. So like, oh, are you 49? Yeah, okay,
Mm-hmm,
that's fine.
mm-hmm. All right. Clue
You
number
should have
one.
been like, I'll shave and be 12.
Yeah. Clue number one is I'm 47. God damn it. Uh, clue number one is aliens from outer space land on Earth.
Okay. And are we texting you or are we doing Discord?
It should be a text.
Okay.
Okay.
Aliens on Earth.
Laugh if one of us
Aliens
get it.
from outer space.
Aliens from outer space.
From outer space. Like we have to
From outer
place
space.
that caveat,
Yeah,
Land on
Topical,
Earth.
they're not
topical
illegal aliens from another country.
from outer
They're
space.
aliens from
From outer
outer
space.
space.
All right.
Superman. No.
Mars attacks.
Yeah. Let me see.
So
Uh
so let's jump into Running Man. I just want to say let me start. I'm gonna start us off. I really committed to tonight. I just want you guys to know that I seriously committed because I went back and I watched the original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That
Right?
is commitment.
I did it. I
Yeah.
did a double
Dedication.
feature. It was serious dedication because that movie sucks.
I know it's so sad to say because I
That movie
love
sucks.
I
Schwarzenegger
haven't
in
seen
like
it in a long time. I
the
can't
80s
imagine it
and into
holds
the
up.
90s.
Do you know what I miss about 80s movies? Like action movies that action movies just don't have anymore? Like every action movie made in the 80s and 90s, there was just at some point in the movie there would just be random gas barrels somewhere.
Yes,
Right? There
yeah.
would just be like a pile of gas barrels and
Like a
somebody would
level of doom.
yeah, just like petroleum, like drums of petroleum, right? That people would crash into or shoot and they blow. I miss having gas cans around. Like it was just such a
Right.
nice prop, right? So here's the thing about the original Running Man. It was trash. It was garbage. The real winner, though, of the original Running Man was Richard Dawson. Because
Yeah,
this
yeah.
this dude was coming off 10 years as like the host of Family Feud, like a game show host, right?
Right.
And he plays Killian. He plays the best creepy dude, like the best scumbag that you've
Yeah. Well,
seen
I
in a
mean, if you
long.
ever
He did
watched one of the
such a
Family
good
Feud,
job. Yeah, right. It makes you think if maybe he really is a scumbag, right? Or he
like
was,
he's
right?
kind of creepy.
He did such a good job as a scumbag. But his whole thing was like in the original movie, his whole thing was you have to give the people what they want, right? And then at the end of the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger kills him, and everybody applauds. So he's right. Like
Right.
he turns out Killian was right. That was what the movie should have been called.
That was a dude who was always like kissing and fondling everybody's wife, right?
Yep.
Yes,
It doesn't
yes.
like strike me as odd that he'd probably play a pretty good
He
scumbag.
probably. I think that's what they were thinking. The producers were like, "We need a scumbag, Richard Dawson." So, but he did such a good job. He was such a great villain. So the original movie was trash. The new one was not great. Running Man wasn't great. I'm just going to go ahead and say Running Man was not great. But there was a couple of things that I enjoyed about it. I will say that I cracked up. I had to rewind and watch the word association that he did when they were like placing him in the beginning. That was pretty funny, right? That was pretty funny. And the whole like Rorschach test that he did,
Yeah.
that was a pretty funny scene. I really liked that. And he had a couple of moments. There was a couple of action moments. What's the guy's name again? Alex, the actor, Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Glenn Powell.
I mean, I don't know what he's from though. Like I know I've seen him
Twisters.
before.
He was in Twisters. He's done a few other
Okay,
things.
yeah.
Right.
He did like an
I liked
Assassin
him in
for Hire
Twisters, yeah.
movie that was pretty good.
Right. So he's been around. He's done a couple of things. I thought he did a good job.
Wasn't he in Top Gun Maverick also?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And I thought Brolin did a good job. Of course, Josh Brolin did a good job. Right. Like the acting chops were good. It was just the story was kind of tropey and tired. I felt like they could have taken it in a new direction. They could have. The original movie was based on one of the Richard Bachman books, which is actually a Stephen King book called The Running Man. But really, the whole plot of the book was straight. Like it was a game show like this. You could say it was a competition, but it was really just straight police work. Like you would disappear into the population, and then these guys would try to track you down and kill you. But it wasn't like game showy. It was just like methodical. And they could have gone kind of more that route, more serious. But they kept it kind of over the top. I would say if you're looking for an action movie, if you're hungry for an action movie, it's you can do worse, but it's not super great. It's not a super great movie. But Glenn Powell does a good job and Josh Brolin does a good job. That's going to be my take on it.
And it's sad to say, but it is better than the original.
The original was real bad.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
real
better.
bad. It is better. So it's an improvement. I guess that's a plus. So what you just watched it, Eric? What did you think of it?
Wait, next clue.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Next clue. Yeah. So first clue was aliens from outer space landing on Earth.
Specifically.
Okay. All right.
The next clue is musical.
Ooh, musical. A musical about aliens from outer space landing on Earth.
I'm gonna have to start stretching this really far after clue 3 because
that's all right.
I didn't do enough. I know the movie, but yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. I don't have a guess, but I'm going to let that process in the back of my mind while Eric talks about what he thinks about Running Man. Hit it.
Eric, your guess was incorrect.
Okay. Both of them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I send you one.
What's that?
I send you a guess.
Or have any of us done the same?
I'm going to double check it real quick here.
I texted you.
Oh, that was a really good guess, Alex, but no. No, nobody's gotten the same either.
Interesting. Okay.
Good guesses.
Well, evidently, there's a lot of movies where aliens from outer space.
The brother from another planet.
The brother from. I don't even know that movie.
Mm-hmm. So I haven't seen that movie, so that's a no.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, shit. Way to go, Jubal. Way to go, Jubal. Eric just nailed it. I know that.
No. I probably did it, but I have to say this.
Motherfucker.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
No. I sent it, but it doesn't mean that it's
No, you got it.
Who got it?
Wait. Hold on.
I sent it.
Put a row here.
Somebody.
Oh, sorry. Alex got it. Alex
got it.
But you know what, Eric? That was gonna be my other one that I wanted to go to, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Alex. Good job, Alex.
They both the texts came through at the same time, so I'm sorry.
Oh, did I? But did I get it too, or no?
You did not. No.
Okay, got it.
Alex guessed it. Eric did not. All right, Eric, Running Man, go.
So yeah, no, I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. I had pretty low expectations. I mean, I literally talked to Jubal last night and said, it doesn't look like I'm going to get around to watching it, and you guys can talk about it because I'm sure you're not going to spoil anything. It's not like The Rip, where I don't know if we're going to be able to talk about The Rip in any detail and not spoil something.
Right.
This movie, it is a run-of-the-mill action flick, you know, and I don't think that there's any big oh shit, you know.
Right.
I mean, the only kind of oh shit is it's almost paralleled in the first one when you find in the first one that the guy said that they said won didn't actually win. He was killed. You know, so it's you know, it's like the sister of that kind of thing,
yeah.
with, you know, with a hunter and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, it was good. Glenn Powell was good. Uh, I think the thing that I didn't like initially, I got over it as it went along, but the thing I didn't like initially was in the original Running Man, what's his nuts? Schwarzenegger was legitimately a victim.
Right.
Legitimately a victim. This guy is he's kind of an asshole, honestly.
He kind of brings it on himself. Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of brings it on himself. Um, I got okay with it towards the end, especially when he's on the plane, and I think the lady says something to him, and she's like, "I'm sorry this was done to you," and he's like, I kind of did it to myself. And I'm like, okay, you know, at least understand that, like, you know, your shit temper, your inability to, you know, because you could be like, oh, well, he's on all these jobs. And yeah, so are like millions of other people.
Right.
Millions of other people have to do that stuff too. And like, they're not assholes about it, and that's why they have jobs. And you can argue, you know, it's a dystopian thing, and you know, and that's fine. It's just that with the Schwarzenegger character, this guy was trying not to kill people. Then they killed people and then blamed him. Like he was a victim from the jump. This guy was, you know, like, you know,
he was angry.
Put your anger in check, homie. Like, I don't know what to tell you, you know, but better than I thought.
Ultimately, thumbs up or thumbs down? Would you give it a thumbs up?
I would say ultimately thumbs up.
Okay.
I would say ultimately thumbs up. Kind of like what you said. If you want an action movie, yeah, this might work.
And you're not too particular. It'll work.
Yeah.
Pop up some corn and watch it. You'll have
enjoy an action movie.
That makes sense. Okay, let's get another clue in here, Bueller.
Really long tongue.
What? Howard the Duck.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jubal hasn't seen this movie.
That's fair. I don't know. It came to me on Monday. I thought it'd be fun to do.
Yeah, I guessed Howard the Duck. That's probably wrong.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. So.
Well, now it's just me and him. I'm guessing Venom.
But musical. It's a musical.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Not Venom.
Not Venom. All right, Alex, let's get your take on The Running Man. Hit it.
Well, I want to hear a joke because I know he's a big Edgar Wright fan.
Okay, all right.
I love Edgar Wright, and I never saw the original Running Man. So, like, my opinion on this is a little bit different than everybody else's. I know the premise of the story. I get it. We've seen this story ad nauseum. We saw what Ice-T did it with a game. We saw a movie called Lottery. I think was John Cena in that one. I don't even remember.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a fun movie. Didn't take itself too seriously.
No, it was fun. It's a fun idea. It's a great idea. I think it's an awesome idea. You get $1 billion, and all you have to do is survive for 24 hours or whatever
30 days. Yeah, 30 days.
Whatever the time frame is. It's always it's always different in all of these movies. With Ice-T in the game.
Nice.
Nice.
That's me and John Cena like 20 years ago.
That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Going through, you know, still moving stuff from the you know, stuff, and you find certain things.
With Ice-T in the game, it was 24 hours. With Thor's brother,
Liam Hemsworth, right?
Liam Hemsworth. He did a similar thing too, where he signed on to make a bunch. It was with Christopher Waltz, Christoph Waltz, and we've seen this idea a million times.
Sure.
And we can attribute it back to the original Running Man. That's totally cool. So me going into this totally blind, I watched it, I enjoyed it. If it's ever on again and I'm bored and it's like, oh, I can click on that and watch it, I may do that. I
Right.
also may look for something else.
Right. Yeah.
It's not going to live in my head as one of those
Right.
movies where, like, man, I really liked it. But the shitty thing about that is, we talked about Josh Brolin, we talked about Glenn Powell. I really think the entire cast did a really good job in a movie that was just kind of meh.
Right.
I even think Edgar Wright did a good job as a director, like making it really fun visually to watch. A lot of action, a lot of crazy stunts, a lot of cool things to see. But ultimately, it's just the script that fell flat. The
Right.
writing was just kind of boring, predictable. Like we all knew it was going to happen.
You knew what was going to happen. The big reveal at the end, like the hunter with wearing a mask, like you knew that he was going to turn out to be somebody that was not like,
The only thing
Yeah,
that's the
my excitement over that was just to find out what actor it was going to be.
Right, exactly.
So I thought it was going to be Josh Brolin, like for real.
Oh.
That would have been interesting.
I
But
legit thought it was Josh Brolin the whole time. So did Caitlin. We were watching it. Even with the voice, I'm like, that sounds like it could be Josh Brolin. She said the same thing, and it wasn't. That was the only thing that I was like, I was waiting to see who it was going to be, and it wasn't. But everything else is very predictable, and it was just kind of like, yeah, it's fun.
it was by the numbers. It was by the numbers. Yeah.
It was a paint by numbers movie. I got to give it up for William H. Macy and Michael Cera. Both those guys.
Michael Cera's pretty funny, dude.
45
funny
fucking
dude.
seconds and did a fantastical job.
Yeah.
There's nothing I didn't dislike about this movie, but there's also nothing that I would like go to work the next day and be like, bro, you got to watch The Running Man.
Right. There was something. There was just a layer that wasn't there. Like there could have been some kind of complexity, some kind of reveal that would have been meaningful, but it was just by the numbers, right? Formula plot. I thought. Alex, what do you think? Same thing, or you want to do another clue?
Yeah, we can do another clue.
Okay. Musical.
So I said the first clue was aliens
from another planet,
outer space, land on planet Earth.
Okay.
There are 3 of them.
So aliens from another planet, aliens from outer space landing on Earth, musical, very long tongues. There's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them.
I don't know what this is.
My next clue is going to make it impossible to not know.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hear
it. The person who knows, though. Remember, says the person who knows.
Right. They're also, if I remember correctly, Alex, correct me if I'm wrong. They're all 3 of them are very different colors in the movie. That's a bonus clue.
Maybe it's been a long time, but yeah.
Okay. You're freaking me out. Let's see what Alex has got to say.
Because they're originally in a different form when they were Anyway, this movie was fucking trash. I don't even know what the hell you guys are smoking. Like, all 3 of you must have been getting blown while you watched this movie or something. Because this movie was hot fucking garbage.
Eric got it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's not a single redeeming quality in this entire movie. And it's like, it sucks because Edgar Wright, like we've already talked about, like, I've been a big fan of Edgar Wright. And he's always shown a really, really good, snappy, witty dialogue. He's been really good, like these fast cuts and kinetic energy, and like none of it is here in this movie at all. Like the pacing is just like somehow just glacial. While at the same time, there's like several action set pieces, but they're all forgettable. There's like nothing at all where you're like, after the movie's over, you're like, oh, that was cool. There's like maybe like the traps in the house, I guess, were kind of, it was a super soaker. Oh, okay, cool. The movie was absolutely dog shit. I'm like amazed that like all 3 of you are like, yeah, it's okay. Like, what the fuck, bro? I'm gonna have to quit this podcast. This movie in 2025, it would have been like top of my worst list, like a couple weeks ago.
Wow.
What the fuck, people?
So thumbs up or thumbs down? What is your?
Dude, I'm just amazed. Like, I was waiting for somebody to say something negative, and like everybody was just like, "This movie is absolute." I'm gonna look at the fucking Rotten Tomatoes score of this goddamn movie right now.
4%. Yeah. It's not a good movie.
There we go.
It's not a good
It's not a
movie.
good movie.
Fuck.
It's just something
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
I watched. I had fun. And then done with it.
63, not
Yeah,
terrible.
that's
Yeah, that's kind of where I would put it.
yeah. It was, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, what was the score?
Maybe Alex
I think,
were
like,
you
if you say you watched like the original Running Man right before this one,
that might be a
that
problem.
probably kind of boosted it up a little bit.
That's
Eric-
probably true.
Eric likes trash, so it doesn't even make a difference. Like it's just like if it's the worst movie of the year, Eric will be like, you know, I kind of liked it, and Joe is a big Edgar Wright fan, so he's going in there like with his, you know, really looking.
Well, maybe Alex was getting punched in the face while he was
Edgar Wright-
watching this movie. Is
well,
that possible?
Like right in the balls.
Nothing that Edgar Wright does
Big
well
fan.
in this movie, like nothing, like none of his strengths are on display in this movie at all, right?
I would
And it's
agree.
like-
I would agree with that.
it's like-
I would agree with that.
what is it, like it's almost 2.5 hours or some crap.
It's
And
long.
it's like,
It is long.
2:15.
It's too long. Yeah.
and it's just like, and even Glenn Powell, who I think is a real charismatic guy, like I was saying, I like them in Twisters. Like the dialogue just doesn't work, and he can't make it work.
Yeah.
And just like this whole movie was just garbage, just
So-
garbage. It's
So
one of the
again,
worst
like
movies
I
of
went in
2005.
sight unseen with no history of the original Running Man and just watched a movie that was popcorn entertainment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what it is. It's just popcorn entertainment.
Alex has convinced me. I'm going to switch my vote to a thumbs down. I'm going to say
My work is done.
it was a bad movie. It was a bad movie.
Alex would fuck the popcorn and be like, I hate this movie.
It was a bad movie. Okay, final clue. Final clue.
All right,
Bueller.
Final clue is Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, and Damon Wayans.
I haven't seen this movie. I don't know what this movie is.
It's Earth Girls Are Easy.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
Well, that's your fault.
I should have been able to guess it just from the clues though, kind of.
Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carrey, and Damon Wayans. And you
Never saw it. I
you
never watched
that.
that.
Powerhouse. You know who else was in
Saw
it?
that.
You know who else was in it? Gina Davis.
Oh, Jeannie
Oh,
Davis
yeah.
she's a
This was
beautiful
like-
lady.
Wasn't Jim Carrey like 19 years old or some crap? This was before
Something
Living
like
Color and stuff.
And Gina Davis and Jeff Goldblum might have been an item at that point.
And it was
at
a
that time.
musical? This was a musical?
That's what it says online. There were musical numbers, and the colors they were each alien were blue, red, and yellow. By the way,
Okay. All right. So who's next week?
Oh man, that bothers me because in my brain they were like purple, orange, and green. Oh shit.
see, I had orange and green, not purple, but I definitely had orange and green.
Yeah.
Who's trivia next week?
Mandela.
Oh, it'd be me then. Yeah.
Okay. We should force you to use one of the clues from this week for next week for your movie. That's what we should start doing.
Okay, Jeff
use
Goldblum movie
use
it is.
aliens from outer space land on Earth as
There
their
you
clue.
go.
Yeah.
That only gives me 50 to choose from.
Right? No
I thought I
doubt.
was just flooding you like with 100 texts, you know,
Yeah.
in like the next 2 minutes, but
So, okay, Earth Girls Are Easy. Should I watch it? Was it good? Did you guys like it?
I haven't
For the
watched
I,
it
mean,
in
time.
30
I liked
years.
it when I saw it
Easy.
in 1990.
Okay.
I don't know what,
Yeah.
what would I be like now?
Maybe I'll check it out
It
one
was
of these
it was
days.
I think it was 1988, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a
I-
long time ago.
I just thought it'd be funny to do it. That's all. Yeah,
Sure.
1988. No, don't watch it.
It's my fault. My fault for not having seen it. If I had seen it, I definitely would have guessed it.
For the audience watching at home, Jubal owned a fucking video store.
That's true. Back in the day.
I was there too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Alex and Eric both worked there, so it was that was a fun time. And Bueller used to work at a Blockbuster, so we've all got video
True.
rental shops up in this place. So let's move on to now what I would say is a good movie, which is The Rip. This is just out
Substantially
on
better movie. Yeah.
substantially out on Netflix. This is a Joe Carnahan movie, which I think like two of the movies that I've seen from Joe Carnahan that I've really liked are Cop Shop and Wheelman. Wheelman is on Netflix. You can watch that. It's really
Wheelman. You
interesting.
didn't do Wheelman. right?
Didn't he do Wheelman? I thought he did Wheelman.
No, I think that was like Frank Grillo. Or maybe I don't know if he directed it, but it wasn't Carnahan. No.
Well, whatever. Wheelman was a good movie, but Cop Shop was a
Only you could look it up.
yeah. If only you could look it up. Carnahan did Cop Shop, which I really liked a lot. So the Rip was good. It was. I would say it was like a solid B. I liked Matt Damon. I liked Affleck. I liked that it started off really kind of gritty and you're kind of you feel like down in the muck with these cops that are trying to deal with some really gnarly stuff on the job. It does a good job of kind of bringing you into that gritty world, and the dialogue is good. I would say the pacing could have been better. I feel like it was started off pretty slow and it stayed fairly slow until, the stuff really started to go down. They could have sped it up a little bit, but overall I thought it was really well done. I thought it was interesting. I thought the kind of plot reveal, I don't want to spoil it because it's new enough that I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but the plot reveal was well done. So I would give it an enthusiastic thumbs up. And also I would say I hope that this portends more kind of top tier movies coming out from Netflix, like A-list movies coming from Netflix would be great, because we talked about last week, Eric had mentioned that he doesn't know if he wants to keep his subscription alive, honestly. But if Netflix is...
This was one of my things, was I wanted top tier movies to come because, the theater's so ridiculously expensive.
Right.
So
if Netflix is able to keep producing content like this, like 1 or 2 movies like this a month, that's going to be a good reason to keep paying that fee. So that's my take on it. Mr. Eric, do you have an opinion on the Rip?
I thought it was really good. Yeah, a lot better than Running Man, obviously. I would say I felt like it was the best movie I had seen since Weapons, and then Weapons was the best movie I'd seen since Sinners.
Okay.
So, is that kind of a thing? Because I've seen other movies and they're just
Sure.
kind of like, oh, that was okay. Yeah, that was okay. That was okay. This one, when the movie finished, I was like, that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen that often anymore.
Right.
Where you watch a movie and you're like, oh, okay. Oh, nice. That was good. And then, like I said, best sense Weapons, best sense Sinners. I don't want to say too much about it because it is new enough that I don't want people to,
yeah, I don't want to mess it up.
But performances were great. Dude, I recommend it. Just straight up, 2 thumbs up.
Good. Yeah, good
Watch
deal.
The shit out of it.
Alex, did you also like it?
Yeah. And it just kind of reminded me, like, Jubal and I have talked about Joe Carnahan. It's like that guy is like a lot more prolific than I think people realize. I mean, he did Narc and The Gray, and then recently he did Cop Shop. And I went back into the 2 more movies that I actually went back and watched because I looked it up, and one of them was Boss Level, also with Frank Grillo.
Right.
And what was the other one? Stretch. And it's like he's surprisingly prolific. I think this is like his 3rd movie in like 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Dude,
so
Narc was real good. Narc was a great movie.
That's pretty. I don't know if it's old, but that's like 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, it's old.
But I mean, he's constantly producing movies. Like this is probably the more serious movie he's done in quite some time. Mostly he's been making movies that are just really fun. You're not supposed to take them too seriously. Even this one is like kind of serious, but entertainment is the reason that it exists. It's not there to say anything profound. But yeah. And it was interesting to see, Affleck and Damon haven't been in a movie, but since I think Good Will Hunting, I think, right? That's the only one they've ever done. And
it's been a minute.
They've been in the industry for a long time, so it's kind of nice to see them hook up again. But all around, yeah, the acting good, the plot, the action, and moved at a really good pace, I thought. And it was just kind of interesting, the whole angle of they're on this street, and it doesn't explicitly tell you, but you just kind of get the feeling that this is a really, really bad part of town.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like, it kind of reminded me, I just recently read a book by S. Craig Zahler, the guy who did Bone Tomahawk. He had a book called Bad Business on North Cannon Street, and it was just all
Hmm.
about the worst city in the entire United States and the cops that work there, and just it kind of reminded me of that a little bit. It's like this, just being there, you're in peril.
Right.
Simply being in the street means death is right around the corner.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, hey, Jubal, remember that old show on FX called The Bridge?
Yeah.
That's what it made me feel about Juarez, Mexico.
Yeah. That was
Just like if you have to live there,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Like,
Was it good, the show?
Yeah, The Bridge was good.
Was good, especially the first season was really good.
Oh, I could check that out.
The second season was by today's standards really good.
So did it come out before or after The Tunnel? Because it was super similar to The Tunnel, the English show. I want to say The Tunnel came out
I've never seen The Tunnel, so I don't know.
Yeah, but it was basically the same story, but it just took place in the English channel.
Also, real quick, because Alex did mention Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So I've been watching some of their interviews and stuff that they've been giving. And one of the things about the pacing that was interesting was you might be able to chalk that up to Netflix, because Matt Damon was doing an interview and he said the way of the pacing was urged on them by Netflix, you can kind of say
that they had to give the plot up 3 times, right?
Yeah,
or something like that.
And if you mention the plot 3 or 4 times,
right,
we're not against it, because what their whole idea was
that was on Rogan. When they were on Rogan, I think they talked.
Oh, was that it? Okay. And they were talking about because Netflix thinks everybody's on their phones when they're watching at home. And so they're like, we need something to grab them at the beginning, we need something in the middle, we need something at the end, and also don't worry about like mentioning the plot 3 or 4 times, reiterating the plot 3 or 4 times throughout. So I think that might have had something to do with maybe the pacing.
That makes sense.
Because
that makes sense.
because the Netflix, the executives are going, okay, it's one thing to make a movie for a bunch of guys who are in their late 40s and early 50s, but we also want people who are 22 to watch this. And if they're 22, they're swiping right while they're watching this.
Right.
And doing other things on their phone. And so, maybe we're getting kind of
it still works
out a little bit.
I'm not gonna say it ruined the movie. So whatever they did it right. I thought Carnahan did a great job. But I do want to get Bueller's take on it. What is your assessment of the rip, sir?
Well, first, the Bridge and The Tunnel both made their way to TV in 2013, and they're based on a 2011 Scandinavian novel, I think.
Interesting.
So they both have the same.
So they both came out the same year. That's interesting.
The same year, based on the same original project. And I'm not seeing the entire thing. It might not be a book. It could be something else, but I'm only getting a brief read through here. Anyway, back to the rip. I was super stoked with this movie, man. I started it in the morning, and honestly, I stopped halfway through because I had other obligations, and I was doing my other obligations, and I was like, I just want to go home and finish this movie. I want to see what the hell happens. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck both did a fantastic job. The dude they hired to be Ben Affleck's brother, I'm like, he's not Casey Affleck, and he looks like Ben Affleck. And Casey Affleck. Like, what in the world, dude? What is his name? Scott Adkins. Like,
so I was actually excited to see Scott Adkins in this movie, because Scott Adkins is a guy who does a lot of action movies. He's like a B movie action movie guy, but he's built like a brick shit house. He can do action, and it's like, dude, he should be in some bigger things. I think the biggest thing that he's been in recently was he was in the last John Wick movie, but you didn't notice him because he was in all the fat gear.
Oh,
okay.
Shit.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was.
I've seen him around.
Yeah, and part of the reason why he was able to do that in all the fat gear is because the dude's ripped out of his mind, and he's a legitimate martial artist action star.
Yeah.
And they could put a big old fat suit on him, and he could still do an action sequence. So I was actually excited to see him. And then yes, there's that aspect of like he definitely looks more like, he could be Ben Affleck's brother than even Casey Affleck does.
Right.
Which
Right.
is it's insane. I think you and I have had that Scott Adkins discussion before about the fat suit too. Like that, you rang so many bells right there. Also, you got Tiana Taylor, Stephen Yeun, and Kyle Chandler. Like you got people here you're going to recognize in a
Yeah.
great cast in a movie that takes place. I had to look up movies that take place in a single location,
Hmm.
and because this movie did it so well.
Right.
You're at the back end of a cul-de-sac in Hialeah, Florida. And to go back to Alex's point, I think I didn't pick up on this in the first time around, and I didn't even pick up on the second time around. I watched it twice. Caitlin picked it up on the second time around. When they drive into Hialeah, there's bullet holes through the sign for Hialeah
Hmm.
for
Right, right, right.
that area. Um, so like you should get the idea that like this might not be a great place.
Right.
But, like they made it eerie enough because the cul-de-sac is virtually empty, but not empty without giving away too much. So it has a whole eerie feeling to it, regardless, because there's no signs of activity there for whatever
Right.
reason.
Well,
But
realistically, what happened is that the cartel bought the whole neighborhood.
right, and they explain that in the movie. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
how much to give away, but yeah. So the cartel owns the entire neighborhood, and that's why it's quiet.
I mean, they don't know that going in, but that becomes
Yeah.
apparent as it progresses. But yeah,
Which is funny because I actually have some experience. Well, I don't have experience with that, but one of our mutual friends um, was an NFL coach, right? And when he goes from team to team, sometimes they don't have a place to live, so the team will literally either rent. I mean, I'm sure rent out an entire like cul-de-sac for all the coaches and stuff to live in and room up together until you can be in the town long enough to, buy a house or rent one on your own and stuff like that. So that's what it reminded me of was just somebody coming in and renting an entire or buying an entire neighborhood, you know.
Mhm.
And it's crazy to think that that could happen. Alex brought up in the chat if anybody was watching Mayor of Kingstown, which I'm watching it now, and they have a whole cartel subplot in that show as well. And like, so I guess it's kind of a common theme that the cartel does this kind of stuff in various neighborhoods throughout the country, just buys up a
Hmm.
neighborhood. Um,
That's creepy.
and,
How
and
is that, Alex? How is Mayor of Kingstown so far?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, I thought you watched it.
oh,
Thinking
You
about
know,
starting it. I was just
Oh,
asking.
it's
yeah,
like
no,
shame on
it's
all
good.
of us.
No,
Shame on all of us for not watching it. One, it's Taylor Sheridan,
Right.
I'm watching it. I'm almost done
right?
with season 4. Yeah.
And then two, we all personally have hung out with Jeremy Renner. So it's like
Right.
how we're not watching Mayor of Kingstown is, you know,
So just
we're
just as a
we're kind of shitty. We need to get on it.
Sacrilegious.
just as a side note
Sacrilegious,
on
yeah.
Mayor of Kingstown before I get back to the rip, I'm in season 4 right now, which is the most current season, and I still don't understand what the Mayor of Kingstown does in this whole show. I don't. I
I don't know
don't.
what the mayor of my
So
town
he's not
does.
actually a mayor.
It's on my list. I'm gonna watch it. So maybe
It's-
we should
Yeah.
talk about it
We
later
have
on.
a mayor in Ripon. I don't think we have a mayor
Yeah.
in Salida. We don't have a mayor in Salida, so I don't know.
Yeah, we do. I don't know
Uh,
what he could possibly be doing.
So the rip, dude, like there's this came out swinging. It was a fucking fantastic movie. So much to the point where I came back and watched the second half. I got my wife involved in it. I had to bring her up to speed on the whole show. She finished it out with me. Both enjoyed it. Watched it again like 2 days later, just because it was so goddamn.
That's high praise, dude.
It's
High
high-
praise.
Yeah,
it's
you know-
like so good that like I made the
It's the
mistake of
best
going
movie of the
online.
year.
I went online to see what other people
It
were
is.
thinking about it.
It is.
Because I text you guys or I messaged you guys on Discord to see what you guys think, and nobody got back to me. And I'm like, fuck you guys. You haven't watched it yet? How haven't you watched this yet? And so I go online to look at reviews, and this movie's getting shit on left and right online. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what did I watch, man? I thought it was a good movie. And then I'm thinking this could be one of the best movies of the year already in January.
Yeah.
And then finally we come into this week, like you guys were just about to say, and they're already praising it as could be one of the best movies of the year. And going back to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, apparently they have a very exclusive deal with Netflix. If this movie, and it's a good thing that we're not spoiling too much, because apparently if this movie hits enough views or hits the numbers, then the entire crew, all the way from the bones all the way up to the top, gets a major bonus.
Yeah.
Nice.
So another thing, watch the movie because I do think that that's cool. I think that they partitioned like a deal so that because actors and writers always get stuff, always get stuff.
Sure.
But the fact that they put it in there for the whole crew, so watch the movie.
Yeah, watch
In
the
fact,
movie.
you know what? I'll watch it again because initially I was going to watch Running Man because when we talked last week, that seemed to be the one that it was like definitely doing Running Man, try to get to the rip, right? And so I was going to watch it, and then I asked my son, "Do you want to watch Running Man?" He's like, "Yes, but I can't tonight." So my wife and I ended up watching the rip. But the rip was so fucking good that I might end up watching it again with my son because I'm gonna like, dude, you're actually gonna dig this movie. This is
Right.
good shit.
Right.
So
It was good. I think the final consensus is
Watch it twice.
everybody says everybody watch the Rip twice. Watch it twice, and you don't really need to watch The Running Man.
At all.
I mean,
Don't
You've
really-
already, you've
if
already
you're in the
seen it.
mood,
You've already
if
seen
you're
it.
in the mood,
Yeah, that's about
yeah.
it.
If you're in the mood for an action film that you haven't
I would-
seen yet,
I would say if you're in the mood for Running Man, watch The Rip. Even if you've already seen The Rip.
You should watch The Rip again because you'll enjoy it more than watching The Running Man for the first time. That sounds
The
about
Rip,
right.
The Rip the third or fourth time is going to be better than Running Man the first time.
That's awesome. All right, that's it for us. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week, everybody. Take care.